Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. So, look at me, got the sock hat on. It is freezing out here in Wayne, New Jersey, where I am. It's 28 degrees today. So who wakes up to go to record show at 8 in the morning on a Saturday when it's freezing? Us record collectors, right? So we're in Wayne, New Jersey at the second Saturday record show. It's here in the what they call PAL, Police Athletic League, and they rent this place out every second Saturday of the month. So we've been here once before. It was a lot of fun. Let's head on inside and see what we can find.
What's up, bro?
They were waiting for all other events, like people were.
I don't see any.
All right, so we made it to the record show, but what are we finding? There's
Nothing yet.
nothing, I know.
A lot of overpriced stuff.
We'll have to wait and see.
A lot of hammered stuff.
Yeah, a lot of beat stuff. So maybe it's going to get better as we go along.
I don't have a good feeling today.
I don't
feel
either.
like a little.
Maybe because it's right before the holiday.
Last year, right before the holiday, was excellent.
Ah, okay. Well, we'll wait and see what happens on this one. Maybe we'll luck out.
I think we're gonna. Well, no, probably not.
That's
I
right.
really have a bad feeling.
I don't know.
At least we're hanging out. We're
That's
gonna
right.
Get some breakfast afterwards.
That's right. We're hunting for music, and that's the goal.
There it is. All right, cool.
guys sell.
I have someone working.
Who's working for you?
Douglas.
U.S. What? This is French? No, this. Oh, I'm not sure where that's from.
Goes to a lot of concerts. He's always doing something.
I listened to it, I'll throw it downstairs in the basement with the dog. Big love.
Everybody. Rudy Ray Moore? Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever seen her.
Well, I wish. First for me.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm getting warm, or at least I'm trying to get warmed up. I mean, it was 28 degrees when we started this morning and it was freezing. Fortunately, it wasn't too bad inside the record show itself. As you could see, there was a lot of great stuff in there. Early on though, when Anthony and I first showed up, there wasn't a lot of vendors and what we were seeing wasn't very good. So it was sort of left a lot to be desired and I wasn't too sure. But you know, as the morning went on, more and more vendors showed up and it got fuller and fuller. And in the end of the day, I did a really good score here. I think I have 11 records to go through with you guys. So let me pull these things out and I'll tell you about them. And you saw most of it, I think, in the video, but now you're gonna get to see which of those I actually went home with. And the first one I picked up was this, Talus High Speed on Ice, or Live High Speed on Ice, however you wanna call this thing. If you recall, the last time I went to the record show, I got the first, actually I take that back, it was I guess it was the second Talus. I have the first one on CD, but I got the second one on vinyl. And I just wanted to complete the collection. So when I found this, I was just sort of like, yeah, you know, I got to get it because I bought Talus the last time. I need to get this one. And of course, hey, if you don't know who Talus is, Billy Sheehan, who would go on to play with, you know, David Lee Roth, But of course, Mr. Big. That's where he's, you know, in my opinion, where he's really known for and so forth. And so that was cool. I picked that up, but that wasn't my big score yet. Then I was going through stuff and I found this. The Gods, their second album, Nothing is Sacred, never issued on CD as far as I can tell. I mean, I've got the debut I've seen their third album and going on, but this one here, only a few of these tracks have appeared as bonus tracks on the debut when it's been reissued, but never this album. So very excited about that. The Gods, Gary, his name is Eric Moore. Almost said Gary Moore. Eric Moore. And unfortunately passed away a short time ago. New Gods album is out with some of the last remaining recordings from him on it. I forget the title of it, but it just came out within the last couple weeks. So that's kind of cool too. This one here, never seen this one before. Highway Chili. I have their debut album and I have a reunion album that they did a number of years ago, but I've never seen this one, not on CD at least, and this is the first time coming across it on vinyl, so I wanted to add it. I haggled the guy down a bit because you can see there's some sticker residue on this thing here, so managed to get this one for 10 bucks from the guy, and glad to get a hold of that. Some good 80s metal there. Jump back to the 60s in terms of the band, but this is their 1980s album. The Grassroots. I really got into these guys during the pandemic, the lockdown itself. Powers of the Night. So I saw this. I wasn't sure this was a legit album, but it actually is their final studio album. Rob Grill, lead vocalist and bass, still with them. I don't know if the rest of the guys, I think they were all newer by this point and not the guys that started out with them in the 60s, but they were still going up until this point here. So 1982. Very cool. So I'm really excited to check that out. Got a bunch of Grassroots in my collection already. A lot going on around Fleetwood Mac, especially with the passing of Christine McVie. And they just put out the Record Store Day alternate box set collection that they did of the alternate albums and things like that. So I was digging them, been listening to them a lot. So Billy Burnett, who came in for Lindsey Buckingham in the late 80s after Tango in the Night and played with them for 2 albums. I saw this and thought, hey, you know, pick this up. And one of the cool things was a bunch of these, I think everything else now that's in here, there was a guy that was doing 3 for 10. And this is one of them. It was a $15 album, but it was a 3 for 10. So I scored on that. Found this one, Sweet Sweet by Burton Cummings. All the names are running together for me today on this. Lead vocalist from the Guess Who. So that was cool. I got a sealed copy of Red Rider, featuring Tom Cochrane there. Of course, he would go on to have the song Life is a Highway in the early 90s there. Big hit with that thing there. But, before that, he was in a band called Red Rider. So sealed copy of this. I've got some of their other stuff, but I've not seen that one on CD, so I picked that up. A group called Mayday, only know of them because Rock Candy Records did a reissue of this album a while back. I haven't been able to get a hold of it, and I thought, hey, for $3 or so, $3 to $4, I can pick this up and enjoy it. And there's the guys on the back there. Look like they rock. Anything Rock Candy does is usually really good. Found this one, a band called Refugee. The album itself, Burning from the Inside Out. Again, $15 record that I got for, $3 to $4, $3.33 because it was 3 for 10. Don't know anything about it, but I just take a look at those guys that are there and I just like, it's got to rock. It's probably, AOR melodic rock kind of stuff, but I'm going to dig that. And here's one I had never seen. Don't know anything about this one. A group called Billy the Kid. Kind of an odd title, but the lead guitar player, his name is Billy L. Kidd. And Kidd. So I guess a little play on that. And again, if you just look at those guys there. This is 1985. I saw that the keyboards on here were played by Pat Reagan. I know him. He does a lot with Ace Frehley. Frehley's Comet, stuff like that. So I said, it's on MCA Records. It's from 1985. This has got to rock. It's a $20 record. Again, I don't know if these are that price. I didn't check these things on Discogs or whatnot, but hey, I felt like I was getting a deal from it, and so that was pretty cool. I did check that out, and that sounded great, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I've been on a big Beach Boys kick here since they had just released the Sail on Sailor compilation of the 2 albums, Holland and Carl and the Passion. So with that, I was listening to other Beach Boys and stuff like that, and I wanted Mike Love's debut solo album, Looking Back with Love. Did pay $10 for this one. But this was a cool find. So, you know, it's kind of nice going. I didn't have anything in mind when I went, but because of the things that I was listening to with Fleetwood Mac, the Beach Boys, stuff like that, and I did find things that are building upon that. So it ended up being a lot of fun. So as I said, when we first got there, I wasn't finding anything, and I was kind of, you know, not feeling it, so to speak. And then as the day went on and more vendors came and stuff, I think we spent 4 solid hours there. Noah arrived at 8 o'clock, started. I left around noon. Anthony was still going on it. That's why we aren't doing this together, because he's still there. For all I know, he's still there. And then afterwards, I know that he went on to several other record stores, ones I've been to recently. So he was making a full day out of it. And that's the way it should be. That's a lot of fun and stuff like that. But I maxed out here with all this sort of stuff and was anxious to get home and hear it. And so now that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check this stuff out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Certainly leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye, everyone.